playing it out, maybe just to get that extra.
Oh, yeah.
And there we have it then. So champions of this match.
I'm here with Xom, arguably the best rogue in Europe. Would you actually argue that point?
Judging from tournament performances, I'm definitely up there, for sure.
So you're not only a good player, but you're also an arrogant one.
I wouldn't call it arrogance, it's justified arrogance. It's justified.
All right, anyway, you guys are now definitely through to the playoffs of the Intel Extreme Masters European Finals. Did you have any doubts at any point that this would happen?
No, never a doubt, because the European teams have performed so well in the global challenges that we have 7 spots available for the European teams. So really, a top 4 finish in either of the groups probably would have been enough. So top 3 is guaranteed, so I never had any doubt, no.
Were you nervous coming into the tournament?
Extremely nervous. Personally, I was very tired from the night before traveling. So I wasn't really sure how up to it I'd be. And admittedly, in the first 2 games, I don't think I was playing even close to my best. But I think now we're starting to peak. I think now we're getting a lot better. I know another the mage. He's not that fresh at the moment. He's feeling a bit ill, but later on he'll be much better.
I've heard that in the first game you actually forgot to gear up.
Yeah, I didn't have glyphs, which is a very important aspect of the spec I played, which is Shadow Dance. And when you don't have the glyph, pretty much everything can go wrong because your character isn't prepared properly, basically. And that's my fault. So I corrected that after the first 2 losses, and then we won 3 in a row. So I think, yeah, it helped.
How could you forget in a tournament this important? How could you forget something like this? I mean,
I'll blame the servers, because when you're using glyphs, you have this thing where you can apply glyphs only with a certain pillar thing, and this pillar didn't work on the server, so we had to go to another pillar, and I just sat there not thinking about having to go to the other pillar to glyph up. So yeah, it completely went over my mind.
How did your teammates react to this?
They were obviously, pretty angry, but I made sure that for the 3rd, 4th and 5th games I had glyphs, and we turned it around. It was, if anything, it was almost like, obviously we wanted to 3-0, but it was a good way of seeing where we were, because we lost 2-0 and each one of us could see what was going wrong.
Who carries whom in SK Gaming?
Not this question again. Okay, I don't think there's any carrying done anymore. I mean, before, when we could only play all one class, then yeah, it was in certain matchups. Then a rogue's influence or a priest's influence sometimes was a little bit diminished. But now that we can play multiple comps, we're always able to maximize the influence that we have on the game.
Multiple comps, but no thanks to you.
Yes, I can only play a rogue, but I can play a very bad hunter as well.
Does the fact that you only play rogue make you an easy opponent to play against?
No, because a well-played rogue can always do certain things to counter what the opponent is doing. Even if you're fighting a hard counter, a well-played rogue can work around it. And I think when you have as much experience as I have on the rogue class, it's a massive factor in being able to do the things which help counter your hard counter.
So why did you not learn a different class?
Well, right at the beginning of Wrath of the Lich King, the rogue was probably the best DPS class for PvP. But in recent weeks, they've nerfed how good it was, and because of these nerfs, I've had to learn a new spec very quickly. In addition to that, I don't think that a month is enough to learn another class for me personally, anyway. So I decided that I would stick with Rogue, whatever happens.
So your teammates, we can judge from that your teammates are actually better than you because they know more classes?
If they can play a rogue as good as me, then and play those other classes, then yeah, they would be much better than me. Yeah, for sure.
And you say that you're not really that super arrogant.
I'm not arrogant, no.
All right, thank you very much. Good luck in the playoffs, and hopefully we will see a lot more entertainment coming from SK Gaming.
Sure, thank you.